G'day viewers, it's the end of the week. How are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Just winding down the end of the week with a cocktail because I found out through one of our live chats that there were some weirdos on a right-wing podcast, and I don't even know who the fuck these people are, but they're obsessing over the fact that I drink cocktails. So to wind them up, I'll be drinking more cocktails and making more videos about cocktails. But I thought for the end of the week, for a totally fucked up Friday, asterisk, I freely admit I don't know when this video's actually going to be successfully uploaded, because this is not the only cocktail I've had tonight. But I thought I'd concentrate on things that happened in Australia. For a couple of reasons. One, because I could avoid some of the most depressing shit that's happening. But second, there was some funny, fucked up shit in Australia this week. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I mean, Australians hate admitting that stuff here doesn't really matter, but it doesn't. But it was funny and fucked up. And we're going to have a laugh. I mean, I had a message from a friend who's visiting Melbourne, sent me, hey, fucking, I just saw this thing saying there was a Legionnaire's disease outbreak in Melbourne just when I'm visiting. What's that about? And I'm like, I don't know, dude. Just don't breathe while you're here. You'll be fine. Also, be careful because we had a tiger snake in the middle of the city the other. It's one of those things. It's hard to convince people from the rest of the world those stories about things wanting to kill you everywhere in Australia are exaggerated when you get a really quite dangerous venomous tiger snake in the middle of the Melbourne CBD, which is what happened yesterday. But hey, they caught it and no one got bit, so what are you fucking worried about? I don't know. That's just life here, basically. But politics here has been funny. Now, first, for the doubters, like almost 2 weeks ago, I put up a video saying Barnaby Joyce, leader of the National Party, the Conservative wing of the Conservative coalition, Deputy Prime Minister, was gone for all money. It was just a matter of time. Some doubters said he wouldn't go. He's gone. He resigned early today. Announced his retirement, resignation as leader of the Nationals and Deputy Prime Minister. Will be official on Monday, I think. But I'm not saying the people who doubted me should bow down and beg forgiveness. But God is watching you, okay? So sort your shit out. When I say something, it's fucking real. It was hilarious to watch the last couple of days as shit reached critical mass. Because I know it's fucking obvious Joyce's position was untenable, but he was such an obstinate fucking prick, he wouldn't just defuse it and say, oh, okay, I'll step back, I'll resign. Even though his own words multiple times over the years have been someone in his position should step the fuck down. Eventually did. His own party was sort of saying, we're not going to pressure him, but it was clear they would have liked him to step down voluntarily. But the weird thing with this coalition with the majority partner, who's the city-based capital L Liberal Party, and the country-based National Party, the Nationals don't like it if the Liberals tell them what to do. So the Liberals try to avoid telling the Nationals what to do, because the Nationals, they're just a little bit sensitive. They're just a bit sensitive, and the Libs don't want to upset them. And so you've got people like Christopher Pyne being asked point blank, should Barnaby Joyce still be leader of the Nationals? Oh, that's not for me to say. Yeah, but do you like him? I'm not saying nothing. No. It's not about, you're not telling the Nationals what to do. I'm just asking you, as a person, does he have your support? Not answering it. Chrissy Boy did not have a cocktail handy, though I bet he wishes he did. And the Nationals were still not going to force Joyce until he did this interview with the media saying, like, I'm so hard done by. All I did was parade family values, and I was interfering in other people's lives, saying I was justified saying the queers can't get married because family values. At the exact same time, I was fucking someone on my staff and tearing my family apart. Oh, and then I got cushy government jobs for my girlfriend, and why is everyone picking on me? And that actually, in Barnaby's mind, that was a masterstroke. In his party's mind, it was like, you fucking muppet. And that's when they turned on him and said, no, dickhead, go. And there was this blood in the water thing for most of Friday where the announcement came, Barnaby Joyce will have a press conference at 2 p.m. And everyone's going, he's going to resign, he's going to resign. But none of them were game to come out and saying he would go in case they were wrong. Whereas I, almost 2 weeks ago, said, motherfucker was gone for all money. And yes, he did in fact resign. So I'm right. So never contradict me because I was right once. So don't ever fucking question me again. And that's not the only fun thing from a fucked up individual happening in Australian politics. My favourite fucked up individual, by which I mean absolutely reprehensible pile of shit who I can't stand, former Prime Minister Tony Abbott, who won't go the fuck away and shut the fuck up no matter how much his own party wishes he would. This week, while Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, who did a fucking backroom deal to off Tony Abbott, which was almost unprecedented for the Libs, Abbott decided to speak up. He wrote an opinion piece for a Murdoch broadsheet, The Australian newspaper, and he basically said, you're all cunts and I'm better than you. It was fucking hilarious. Like, he literally said, I'm not going to listen to people who only have a job because I won an election. Like, he basically, in this column, told his entire party, shut the fuck up, all of you. You're all a pack of miserable cunts. I won an election and you didn't. So shut the fuck. And, look, you may be surprised to learn that his party's response to this opinion column less than 100% positive. Off the record, they're saying things like, fuck that guy! And I honestly think, like, it's only a matter of time before, on the record, members of the Liberal Party go, fuck that guy! Because he's reprehensible. He's completely disconnected from reality. He is still convinced that although his fucking idiotic way of leading the country was overwhelmingly rejected by the majority of the country, to the point where his own party said, we've got to get rid of him because everyone hates him so much, we're going to get absolutely butt-fucked at the next election. And they got rid of him and they barely hung on. They have a one-seat majority in the parliament. So if one local election had gone differently, they would not have a majority. But he is kind of ignored the fact that, I don't know, 20 or 30 opinion polls in a row said, you suck shit. But hilariously, his replacement, Malcolm Turnbull, has now had 25 or more opinion polls in a row that said, you suck shit. And it's almost as if Abbott just thinks it's Turnbull that sucks. And he's ignored the fact that he had all these surveys that said he sucks. And it's like it hasn't penetrated that it is possibly your policies that suck. They're going to get absolutely fucking slaughtered in the next election. And yeah, and then people say, oh, fucking Bill Shorten. I don't even like Bill Shorten. I'm on record multiple times as saying the leader of the Labor Party and almost inevitably the next Prime Minister of Australia, Bill Shorten, doesn't deserve it. I don't like him. He's shown little flashes of the potential to be an inspirational person, the potential to have a leader, but he's completely inconsistent. And because of his role in getting rid of 2 Labor Prime Ministers, he should not have been rewarded with the leadership. It's fucking ridiculous that he's the leader of the party, and I think he's got nothing to offer apart from, well, I'm not that bloke. Which, admittedly, is something. That is actually something. I'm not Abbott. I'm not Turnbull. That's something. That is literally enough to win an election. Which is fucking tragic when it comes down to it. Because a non-entity like Bill Shorten can win an election just because he's not Turnbull or Abbott. But I'm not saying I'm spiteful and vindictive, but when I see political parties I don't like eating themselves alive and turning on each other and just churning up all the water like a shark attack in a Jaws movie, I fucking love it. I love it so much. And Abbott just out of the blue basically telling his entire party they're cunts and they should recognise him for the genius he is, which has finally got the last tiny shreds of support he was barely clinging on to within his own party to go away. Like, how someone can read a room that badly is beyond me. How Abbott could think, publishing an opinion column saying, the rest of my party are a bunch of cunts, I'm the only one who knows what to do. How he could think that would work in his favour when the majority already thought he was a piece of shit who should shut the fuck up and fuck off. I don't know. But he's that special sort of narcissist. So, Tony Abbott, I salute you. You're worthless, vindictive, spiteful, bigoted, and a complete piece of shit, but holy fuck, you provide entertainment.